Ever since I was a young boy, I looked up to all the kings and queens of Skyrim. I wanted their lifestyle and wealth, but unfortunately, I wasn't born into money, so I had to work for it, for at least 24 hours. Cause today, I'm seeing if I can get 1 million gold in Skyrim in 24 hours. The rules are honestly pretty simple. I just need 1 million gold without using console commands. Any other glitch is allowed, but don't worry, I don't know how to do half of them. And I'm allowing myself one mod, and one mod only. But it only does two things. It gives each trader 20,000 gold, and makes it so I don't have to wait the 48 hours for them to completely restock. And the clock has already started, so I have to get to grinding. And since I only started with the clothes on my back, I figured it'd be a good idea to take everything, including these poor people's lives. I wasn't kidding about taking everything. And from there, I wasted zero time peeling the clothes off their back for a quick profit. And it was here where I learned to steal, murder, and pickpocket my way to success. And I understood that there was only one group of people that would understand this. The Thieves Guild. So with my hands in my chest, or my hands in my lap, is that the saying? I went to the Thieves Guild. And let me just say, that was the best thing I could have done. The simple joy of stealing from an honest citizen couldn't be beat. And to be frank, I wanted more. More stealing. More bloodlust. More money. And the only roadblock in my way was these two bandits. And I ended them. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. And they ended me. And as revenge, I RKO'd their friend to death. And luckily for me, he had one of the main weapons I used throughout the whole video. Once I struggled through, I finally got to the Thieves Guild, and wasted no time selling everything I acquired, netting me 1,500 gold. Not nearly enough. So after doing some quests for the Thieves Guild, I decided it was time to join the Brotherhood. No, not that Brotherhood, the Dark Brotherhood. And the first thing this runt wanted me to do was kill this old grandma. Yeah, sure, why not? And these little kids were way too happy about murdering, essentially, their mother.
We love you, Dark Brotherhood!
And up to that point, I thought everything was well and good. But then, I woke up here, and I think I found a new friend. But they wanted me to kill innocent people. 3 of them. Ah, who am I kidding? I did it with a smile, I swear to God. And with that, I was in. I'm just so excited. Me and my new best friend can finally start our book club together. After sipping tea and reading for a little bit, I figured it was time to get off my ass and actually do something. So I fumbled around for a bit and figured out how to make iron daggers, cause someone on Reddit said I could make them to turn a profit. But honestly, I might have messed up somewhere, cause I made 10 of them and they only sold for 40 gold. So at that point, I knew what I needed to do. So I went straight to my safe place. As a kid, on PS3, I did this on every single playthrough, without shame. And I would say it's a guilty pleasure, but there's no guilt in it. Just pure, unadulterated profit, straight into my pocket. I took everything from this old man, and then I had the gall to sell it back to the old coot. And get this, he actually bought it. Hashtag pranked. And with some of the extra materials, I even made hide armor, and then sold that back to him. What a dummy. Hashtag double prank. It's like I'm playing Trollface Quest in real life. And now I think it's finally time to get this mod I mentioned earlier. And again, all it does is give 20,000 gold to each trader and makes it so I don't have to wait the 48 hours for them to restock every time. I think that's fair, because it would have taken hours just to sell everything I acquired. Because what you don't see is me pickpocketing and stealing everything I can. With that mod installed, I had the best, most original idea.
You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
Look, I know he said to join the college, but I'm not about to turn my whole life around to become a nerd. So I grabbed a platter, and I think you know what I'm about to do. Yeah, that's right. Get in the carriage and go to Winterhold. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Talking to this person.
Take one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also... Here you are.
Oh, and then I got a platter to get through the door that I couldn't have before because I didn't have enough magicka. But once I was in, I was in. And let me tell you, I stole everything from them. You might remember me buying, or rather investing, in some soul gems earlier before I stole all the soul gems I could ever need. That's because I found another Reddit post saying that if I enchant stuff, I could turn a quick profit. And I don't know if it was the enchanting or everything else I stole, but I made an obscene amount of money on this adventure. I started with around 35,000, and I ended with... I think it's time I come clean. I've been hiding something from you guys. This whole time, I've secretly been collecting these unusual gems, and honestly, it was a real time sink. But the payoff was well worth it. I did some research in the wiki, and basically it's a free 5 gems in every container I open. That, mixed with my high pickpocketing skill, and this armor I acquired from the Thieves Guild, makes it so easy to steal and thieve from everyone, meaning more money in my bank account. But once I collected them all, I looked at my active powers and it wasn't showing up. So I guess I have to do some field research. I went to Bleak Falls Barrow, and in every draugr, every urn, every dead body, there was at least 3 gems. After a while of exploring and getting filthy rich, I figured it was time to get hitched. So I bought an amulet and went and asked my crush.
We don't just take in any milk drinker who stumbles in.
She called me a milk drinker. At risk of being labeled a stalker and a creep, I kept going. I went to go fight Vilcus, but then my companion wanted in on the action and got me killed. Maybe she was right. Maybe I'm just a pathetic milk drinker. But with a new predator pin on the map, I kept simping. I hand-delivered her brand new shield.
Ah, good. I've been waiting for this. Wait, I remember you.
She barely remembered me, and then sent me on a quest to go kill some people. And what I found next was shocking. Vilcus turned into a werewolf right in front of my eyes. Not gonna lie, I wanted a piece of that action, so I drank the blood. And who am I kidding? Being a fucking werewolf is way better than being married. And if you want to be a werewolf like me, subscribe. But now, honestly, I live a pretty quiet life. I just chop wood all day. 920 of them. I became so large that I could barely walk to the trader to sell them. And once I finally did, he was offering a mere $1,800. And then turning around and selling them for $10,000. No, I'm kidding. It would have taken a full 24 hours to get all that 900. I used console commands for this bit. I just wanted to simulate doing it for 24 hours straight. And the next part of my adventure wasn't necessarily hard, but it was so time consuming. Thankfully, I at least knew that I needed the blue mountain flowers, but I had no clue about the wheat. I also had no clue that the wheat was going to be so annoying to get. I had to make multiple trips across all of Skyrim's major cities just to get all that wheat. Not only did it level me up, but it made me a crazy amount of money. I started this little experiment with 170,000 gold and ended with With only 6 hours left, I know I should be more serious, but I really want to show you guys something. And I may have spent a little bit too much time on it, but I think you'll agree that it was well worth it. Yeah, that's right, my own cheese room. And if you want your own cheese room, I'd recommend supporting me on Patreon, where you can get shout out just like Hopscotch, get monthly stickers, and early access if I remember.
Thank you for your patronage.
Okay, now it's time to get serious. and I figured the only way I can get the rest of the money is by duplicating. That's why I snuck into his house, brought him to Whiterun, and requested that he steal these grand soul gems.
Not for you, not for anyone.
But not known to me at the time is that Findle won't steal. His moral compass is unwavering, so the only logical thing left to do is steal everything from everyone. And man, I wish I could say that got me to 1 million. Sadly, I still needed 500,000 gold. And with only 3 hours left, my only option was to duplicate. And even this took a long time, because I had to keep walking in and out of the door. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, poor me. Yeah, I know. And honestly, the only thing saving me from completing the challenge with the 3-hour limit was that I picked up a flawless diamond when I was pickpocketing everyone, worth 1,000 gold. And with about an hour left, I sold the last one. And it still was not enough. So I figured I'd go back to where this nightmare started. Helgen. And I was saddened to find the place was invaded by bandits. So I killed all of them with no mercy. Cause I was on a mission. A mission to kill Hadvard, the prison guard that got me into this mess in the first place. Then, and only then, will my mission finally be complete. Hell, I don't even care if I go to jail and they set $1 million bail on me. I'll pay it. I was getting so close to my bloodlust that I could taste it. And once my tormentor was finally dead, I took all of his stuff and then sold it to his own father, finally completing my challenge of getting 1 million gold in 24 hours. And if you like this video, YouTube thinks you'll like this one too.